Okay, today we're going to deal with solid opaque gemstones. Welcome back to gemstone identification at cleangreengems.com. Today we're going to deal with, we'll go to our larger screen, we're going to deal with solid opaque gems, and we've got one that's in a pendant. So wait for our program to load, and we go, there are things that make the opaque gem precious. What are they? Okay. Solid opaque gems, multicolour, not transparent. Ours is multicolour, and our first colour is orange, for instance, and the second colour is green. So we'll go there. Okay, the orange and green, so we can look at what sort of gems we have. Australian opal, it can be an Australian opal. Let's see what else. It can be a milky opal. It can be a Mexican fire opal. It can be an African willow opal. Morset it cannot be, and moonstone it cannot be. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities. Let's go to the Australian opal. Go next, and what is it? Ours is a cabochon, and it is oval. Okay, it's about 0.7 inches by about 0.6. Okay, it is, let's just go back here. When we're 6 millimeters, we can't have them both. 7.7 inches and 0.6 inches. Okay, it is not fits, not carved, so we go cabochon, and it is fine, reasonable cabochon. Is it in a setting? Ours is in a pendant, say, for instance. Next, is it dense, whatever? No, ours is very clean. So we have an Australian opal. It's 8.9 carats, very good, two very good colours. Its rating is 840, and it's worth over $3,000, depending on the strength of the colours and the amount of inclusion or potch inside the opal. But we'll just go back and look at the others. So we had here orange and green, and we'll go next and try the milky opal, which also comes from Australia. Most of it does, some comes from Africa. We'll go next, cabochon. We'll leave everything basically as it is, 0.7, because we're going to test this and see what happens later when we go in the pendant again. So go here for milky opal. A milky is $194, quite a big difference from the 3,000. Well, that of course will depend on the strength of colour in the opal, the milky one. Okay, next we go to, again, orange and green next, and the other one, next one was a Mexican fire opal. Let's have a look at the Mexican fire opal. Cabochon, same size, same thing, and we'll make it ideal. Mexican fire opals are normally not necessarily cabochons. A lot of them are cut, But however, they can be like this. So in the pendant, next, go here. So Mexican Fire is $194. It's 8.9 carats. Okay, let's go back again. We've got one more, I think, which was the Mexican Fire Opal, African Willow Opal. Okay, let's go next. Next size. Next cabochon again. Pendant again. Pendant doesn't tell us much, unless it's a gold pendant, it's probably more valuable. The stone is probably more valuable if the setting is more valuable. African Willow Opal is $1,600. So that one there, well, we've had the three. Let's go to our let's go to our next screen here, and we'll have a look at our non-transparent Australian opal, see what it looks like. Here it is. Ours is orange and green, the major colours. It's red and greens, red and blues, Australian opal. Most arrive in the Asian markets after being cut in Asia. You'll know what yours looks like by looking at these colours and the depth of colours. Australian opals, these type of opals are very solid. They're very full colour, red green. Depends on the amount of non-colour in them. Some have more non-colour than others. However, that's the Australian opal. Then we had the milky opal. Now you'll know if yours looks like the milky opal because they're quite different from the other one. Not the most expensive opal, but as a market niche. Australia and Africa the main supplier, with most gems cut in Asia. Best has the most colour and the strongest colour. Okay, that's the milky opal. Mexican Fire Opal. Here we have a lot of cabochons. You'll see the orange and the green. There are the main colours. You'll know whether it's this by looking at the pictures. Haven't seen many pieces in cabochons, and some are faceted, as I mentioned before. Not expensive. That's a Mexican Fire Opal, and the African Willow Opal is rather like the Australian opal, but normally there's a lot more glass-like feature in between the colour. There's certain transparency in these that differentiate them from the Australian opals. Recent arrivals with great flash colours, sometimes in clear settings, will be in demand as the niche as nice rings. Good investment depending on future supply. Well, that does. I think it's got varying flyer and fluorescence. Clarity is very semi-transparent to opaque. The Willow Opal is very soft, so care is needed in handling. Inclusions are cracks and chips. Potch is the dead material between the crystals, and the opal is not considered valuable if potch is in excess. Okay, clean crystals are common. Size of gem exponential to price. Okay, so after all those, looking at the Australian opal, the milky opal, the Mexican Fire Opal, the African willow opal, you might have some idea what yours is and the relative value of it by looking at the pictures and the colours. You can further research them on the internet just by looking at the pictures. Okay, that'll do for that. Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.